decided so when we get in game. We'll see what the options have been, what they want to go for.
Yeah, I mean, one of the finest laning duos in the LCS, Blaber and Zeyzal.
Of course, yes.
Reputed for their 2v2 play here. Sneaky, of course, sick at home today, so Blaber filling in. And they have the Gragas as well as this Vel'Koz. So very cool stuff. It is actually Karma and Vel'Koz on the side of TSM, so feels like C9 is going to have to try to pull off some sort of an all-in. And with this Electrocute Ignite Gragas, there is the potential to be able to do it if TSM misstep whatsoever, but if not, it feels like, TSM should have the poke advantage.
Definitely the case, and we can obviously see a small tournament meta developing in the sense that Vel'Koz has been continuously high priority.
Karma as well.
Karma too. Interesting to see that one has not been banned away yet. We'll see in future games what the options are, what they decide to go for. But I like that Blaber's sticking to a champion he is comfortable on. Gragas, very traditional jungler.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense, right? Blaber is certainly a very good Gragas player, and I think you have a better chance of playing what you're really good at instead of just trying to match what they are doing and something you're less practiced on. Zeyzal taking quite a bit of poke there from the Monster Q as well as the Vel'Koz Q, but it's going to be about the all-in, and we'll see when they want to actually go for it. I think you have to wait for at least level 3, honestly. If you're on the side of Cloud9, you need a full set of skills. If you can hit a Body Slam Flash into a follow-up knock-up from Vel'Koz, then maybe you have the potential to get that kill. But there are defensive summoners on the side of TSM, so Barrier and Heal will certainly help them to survive through any potential all-in. And if it's not on Karma, you can expect a shield to be getting dropped, so that's going to make it more difficult too.
And Zeyzal eating a lot of poke right now, already forced to burn through one of those pots. Will really start to matter, especially as the CS advantage could start to accrue here. And how many creeps are going to get picked up. Just C9 just missing a few there, it looks like overall. Not too bad to start things off, but I think we're just waiting for Blaber to come online to make a big play. Body Slam Flash, always going to be an option. But the sad thing is he doesn't have the advantage of Fog of War, or really surprising, so.
Yeah, it does become tough, but I mean, if you have a support and a jungler, neither of the guys who are natural farming players in League of Legends, right? So it certainly makes sense that they would not be trying to go for the CS win. They could surprise us, maybe if they can get some sort of a big advantage, they could try to go back for that route, but I doubt that will be the strategy. There's also the potential of trying to wait for 6, wait for that kind of higher level to pull off the all-in. And the only problem there is if you wait too long and you start getting poked down too much, then TSM can kind of have the advantage similar to how Fnatic did, where they are in a situation where you can go for CS and your opponent's like, Origin couldn't base and reset because they would have lost a farm, right? So then you have a very advantageous spot for the all-in.
If they do want to go for that, I'm curious if we're going to have another farm game on our hands. Obviously, without the explosive start that Fnatic had in the previous game, it's difficult to imagine the Karma Vel'Koz continuously finding these kills. A lot more chain CC available with the Nico. But for now, TSM just building up a slow, steady advantage. The Body Slam forward will not connect. Instantly, C9 are punished. A lot of damage going over to both parties, and the final pop for Zeyzal is gone. So that's going to be staying around. It is going to force the back soon.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem for me is actually the Blaber's Zoom, right? So that's kind of the bigger concern rather than his health. You have the passive to try to heal back up, but if Blaber runs out of mana, there's no potential to all in whatsoever. So TSM kind of just shove with Reckless Abandon. If you have the push, you get to steal away these health packs. So they are going to send Blaber at least back to base, and Zeyzal will probably try to pick up as much farm as he can, then look to reset himself as TSM is going to go back. And thus far, it's just all about the push here for TSM, not looking necessarily for that kind of all-in kill.
And we've heard it. Zven is kind of a victory above all else sort of guy, Not afraid to grind it out if it means coming out on top. Been a while since people have called him the best in the West. That was a title he earned before it was a title of Rift Rivals for a brief period of time. See if he and Smoothie can do it one more time for North America.
Yeah, and to be fair, North America has won every 2v2 thus far. We're holding strong.
Except for the one that Europe won versus Europe. Don't forget.
Oh, no, but I mean in the side selection ones, right? Yeah. 3 for 3 on that. We won the show match, so all the important modes, have gone the way of North America.
It's coming through. We found the edge for North American League of Legends. Yeah. It's the hardcore. This is my thought.
It's the A-round.
The A-round. Oh my god, how could I not think of that? Of course you'd have an advantage. Now, Zven needs to be careful, but Blaber not a threat really at all, honestly. The Karma getting him a little bit of heal coming through. It's a good trade in the end, and the XP advantage is in favor of C9 as the wave bounced and they're now pushing in, but TSM just now getting their level 5s.
Yeah, they do trade heals, so You know, I think trading heals is probably advantageous somewhat to C9 since they're the ones looking for that kind of all-in kill. They are going to still have the Ignite, and then, you know, if you hit 6 first, if the wave is pushing towards you, maybe you can actually look for that straight-up all-in. And we'll see how close they are to hitting that level. But if Blaber gets too low here, it's hard to actually even look for the all-in.
Ooh, body slam flash, they're gonna go in, they're gonna try to find it. Blaber now running for his life. Ignite's already come out, Blaber's going to go down. It feels like Zeyzal is next here. Maybe he gets a kill onto Smoothie, but Zven is just going to walk him down. Mantra will be up soon. Zeyzal, can he turn this one? The minions are there, there's no chance. Zven's gonna grab it, double kill. DSM come out on top.
Yep, C9, a valiant effort there. Blaber stepping in, trying to get the kill, but too much poke over on them, and too far behind in the farm, so not able to take down TSM. Zven and Smoothie going to be moving on to take on Team Liquid, who I assume will be represented by Quadri Day and Doublelift. And we assume we'll also have Europe coming up next, as we're probably rotating back and forth.
Yeah, I would assume so too, because that's what it says in the prompter. We're going to get ready here. Of course, the EU duo might take a few more moments to sign up, but you see here in the final moments, just huge commitment from Blaber, and interesting to see. Does it before the level 6 comes in for Gragas.
Yeah, I mean, he had taken a lot of pokes, so it was, I think, either all in there or maybe just go back to base and reset. You know, maybe they could have tried to wait, but it's also tough when you're way behind in farm, and then the other team can just shove it in, and they reset again, and it kind of gets in this, like, you know, never-ending stage of TSM doesn't have to all in you, so they can just avoid the fight. But doesn't work out quite for them. They get 1 kill. You know, it was actually closer than it looked, given that Blaber was really low when it started and also not 6. So, you know, valiant effort, but are going to get taken down, and it will be, excuse me if I'm wrong, but both the number 2 seeds, actually no, because Fnatic was number 3 seed.
Yeah,
so Fnatic did move on.
There you go. Overall, I'm curious to see how the next one shapes up as well, what EU is going to look like. Mickey and Perks are known for doing 2 things, and it's being really strong as a duo and trolling a little bit. Those are the 2 things they're famous for. So we're going to see how they match up opposite of Reckless and Hylissang. We have the 2 best playmaking supports in Europe and kind of the hot blood new AD carry versus the classic Reckless, the people's champion, the fan favorite so often. And this time we're going to get to see picks and bans. Now